Welcome back to Adventures of a Black Belt Sommelier, sponsored by Four Paws Restaurant, the iconic fine dining restaurant in St. Paul, Minnesota, with wonderful food, attentive professional service, and fabulous wines. I opened a bottle a couple of nights ago of the 2024, I guess, Wine Spectator Wine of the Year, the 2021 Concha Toro del Melchor Wine Spectator's Wine of the Year. So theoretically, in the opinion of the Wine Spectator editors, the most exciting wine released in the world last year. It's a fabulous wine. Don't get me wrong; it's a fabulous wine. This may be the weirdest wine description you've ever heard, but when I smelled it, and tasted it, what popped into my head was that monolith in 2021, A Space Odyssey, that was dark and monolithic and mysterious and powerful and all the things that this wine is. I know that's a weird reference, but that's what it made me think of when I tasted it, because it is that dark and that monolithic and that intense and that mysterious and that powerful. And it's an astonishing wine if you like blockbuster, intense, massively concentrated, rich, tannic, oaky, powerful, monolithic red wines. There is, at least at this age, 4 years plus, there is no nuance. There is no complexity. It is what it is. It is, and there are a lot of people in the world that this is what they want from a really fine bottle of wine, is that power and richness, intensity, and oak and massive concentration. Um, I think it's deserving of the 97-point rating they gave it. But wine of the year, the most exciting wine released in the year last year. I think it generally retails for around $175 a bottle. I don't think a 97 point, $175 wine is the most exciting wine in the world. I think a 97 point, $40 wine is the most exciting wine in the world. And I think that kind of wine, some variation on that theme, deserves to be the Wine Spectator Wine of the Year. There's all kinds of, you know, conspiracy theories about how wines get ratings from Wine Spectator. I actually asked Thomas Matthews once about those rumors, and he said there is an understanding that if you buy, now this is what Thomas Matthews told me. I don't know personally for a fact that it's true, but this is what Thomas Matthews told me several years ago, that there is an understanding that if you buy a certain number of dollars worth of advertising in their magazine, they will give you a certain number of column inches of coverage of coverage of your winery or your wine. There is absolutely no agreement that advertising in their magazine will result in high ratings. So I know Thomas well, and I respect him and trust him, and that's what he says is the case. I believe him. Um, and some of the editors at Wine Spectator are responsible, knowledgeable um, people who cover parts of the world. Bruce Anderson is great. James Ellsworth is great, etc. But this wine, all as great as it is, in my opinion, does not fit the criterion for wine of the year. If you're looking for that in a wine, you should try to find some of this wine, because it is an amazing wine. It is in every way, it's an amazing wine, except in the ways of complexity and nuance and elegance. It's just powerful, massively concentrated, dark, intense, oaky, tannic wine. Um, I hope I get to taste it again in 5 or 10 years and see how it evolves. Probably going to evolve into something really special. But I would challenge, to the extent that the editors of Wine Spectator magazine care about my opinion, which is absolutely not at all, I would challenge them to that the Wine Spectator wine of the year ought to be a wine that enormously over delivers at its price point. And that is not a $97.175 wine, in my opinion. No matter how great it is, which this wine is great. It is great. If this flavor profile is what you want, this is a fabulous wine. I'll say this: if you're a lover of fine Burgundy, this is not the wine for you. If you're a lover of Napa Valley Cabernets, like Howell Mountain Cabernets, this is the wine for you. Come by me, see me. We just launched a new wine by the glass program at Four Paws. We've got some really fabulous new wines by the glass. We've got Pietti's Barbera d'Asti Trevier, which is fabulous by the glass. We have Domaine Nico Pinot Noir Grand Père, which is one of my favorite Pinot Noirs in the world at any price point. And we're serving that by the glass. And we have Bartholomew Broadbent's North Coast Cabernet Sauvignon by the glass and it is a wonderful wine. And we have it for only $12 a glass. And we pour 6 ounces, unlike most restaurants who pour 5. Come by and see me. Have a glass of wine. Have a plate of pasta. The bolognese is fabulous. I had it for dinner last night. It's fantastic. Thanks for tuning in to Adventures of a Black Belt Sommelier. We appreciate every one of you every time you do.